Hello, and welcome back to my channel. This is Country Conversations with D. This is going to be my episode recap of Tyler Perry's Sistas. Baby, what's going on? What the hell is going on Sistas? I tell y'all that Tyler Perry is playing a cruel trick on us. Didn't I tell y'all that? Didn't I tell y'all he was going to say, didn't I tell y'all he was going to, do, give us the new writers and then make us wish that he would come back? Now, I don't want the new writers to pick up where he left off at and not closing up stories. If y'all don't get this it resolved about who is the father to end this baby, I'm gonna go down there to Tyler Perry Studios myself and write a dialogue for you. It's easy. Wrap it up. 3 years, 3 seasons of not knowing who the father is, and then Karen having a flat stomach, and then when y'all give us a baby bump, you just slap something up against us, the lower part of our stomach, not even in the middle, and then put that ugly y'all dress up. Y'all said y'all. Let's go. Let's get started with the episode. I'm on my soapbox. So Zach confronts Karen. Remember the episode ended with him going over there acting a plumb fool. So now he's there and he's like, just because Aaron was ruled out, that doesn't mean I'm the father. Then she says, so what are you not calling me a dut? Put an SL in front of that. And he's like, no, I'm not calling you that, but I mean, I just want to make sure that I'm the father of this baby before I give you a dime. And that's correct. But immediately she blames Fatima. And she should have known that it wasn't Fatima at that point, because he said, I know how you got down in college. How did he know? Zach didn't go to college. I mean, that's been clearly stated on the show. So she should have known at that point that it would have had to been somebody closer to her than Fatima. Close to her, not Fatima. Her and Fatima don't have any relationship past arguing and fighting over Zach, which I'm about to get sick of. And she told Zach to kiss her bass. Take the S off. I'm sorry, take the B off. I know it's Fatima. I know it's Fatima. You're the one. Yes, she's the reason why you standing right in front of me calling me a liar and a dut. And he's trying to tell him that, no, it's not Fatima. Duh. This girl, they got this lady on this show where she was once so bright and intelligent. They have reduced her down to, I guess, being a pregnant dummy. I mean, that's all I could call it. So Karen begins to act like a spoiled brat. And he's just like, look, I just want to make sure that the baby is mine. That's all. And see, he handled it wrong. I'll say that again, by going up there. However, she caused the scene once he was there. And so the little delivery guy decided he wanted to pop up and beat Buff all up in the chest. And they say, so what, this your man? And then, bam, snip, it's about to go down. S-H-I-T. That's going to be my new word for S-H-I-T. Snip. But child, just let me say this on this scene. Everybody look a fool. Okay? So I don't know why Trey felt the need to get up. I guess he felt like she needed protection in that moment. But we all have to remember Zach ain't no punk. Okay? Zach, he goes in knocking people out. I mean, Nick is hood. Okay? In the next scene, we have Maurice. And he's out there in the gay club just getting his groove on. And he spots a man across the room. The man that I guess he met online. And he's looking for the guy in the gray shirt. And, I'll just say, Maurice is totally outside of the sister circle. He and Sabrina no longer work together. I'm not seeing the fit. I'm just not. I mean, it's like it's to keep him on the show. It's like he's kind of squoze in as Sabrina's friend, but not really because they don't have a whole lot of scenes together. And then him outside of the friendship with Sabrina, it just doesn't make sense. Sorry, in my opinion. So Maurice's online presence is growing, and everybody in the club, the Caucasian women as well, hounding him down for pictures. So, he's feeling himself a little bit because, sometimes when you become a little influencer, you do get a little cred there, okay? So, the guy walks in, his Adonis in a gray shirt. What happened to the guy that was supposed to be walking him around in the park on the first episode? Okay, I'm child. You speechless. Did you hear all those pauses in my voice? I am speechless, Maurice. I don't get this at all. I don't get, again, where you fit into this show. Maybe, I don't know. I can't even explain it. But anyway, the guy in the gray shirt, he comes up to him and he lets him know that, his partner has passed away and he's looking for something more stable after the partner passing away 8 months ago. And Maurice is trying his best not to jump his bones, and so is the little gay bartender back there. His little Caucasian friend that didn't help Calvin fight. Q. So they're still talking, and the Caucasian gay friend can't keep his hands off of him, and he's like, "That's 50 Shades of Grayson," and then he's he can't believe how fine he is, and he said, "What's wrong with you, bitch? I think white people had pressure problems." Child, if y'all don't sit down with this foolishness. So Grayson asked Maurice, has he ever been in love the way he was in love with his partner who passed away? And Maurice says, "Oh, Grayson, that's a fifth day question." Okay, I'm going to go on right along. Now, Grayson is fine. Nah, I ain't going to even take that away from him. So Grayson says he's looking forward to having a fifth date. Okay, that's what I'm talking about, Grayson. Let him know what's up. Because, Maurice got trust issues since, the guy who was just sleeping with him for pay. What was his name? I just said his name, Q. Yeah, him. Now, I'm looking at this show and I'm thinking to myself, how did they come up with the process of what males on the show they were going to get rid of? Because they got rid of all of them except Maurice, Gary, and Zed. And Hayden. How did they choose Hayden, who was once a side character, to keep versus... I don't know. I don't know what the thought process was, honey. They didn't even explain. They just plopped this episode on these new episodes on with the new writers, and I'm about to get like I felt like on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Maybe they should have waited at least a good 2-3 months, and then the time jump would have made sense as well, because this was just 1 week after the finale. So we're back at the salon, and Zach is still there, and Miss Lisa walks in and she says, "Now, Zach, I told your ass to get out of here." And then Trey walks up again. He's like, "Are you straight? I just want to make sure you're straight." At least he didn't say, "Are you sure?" Do we miss the "are you sure" question? Are you sure? And then Karen's like, "Yes, I'm okay. But if you don't mind, can you just give me a bottle of water?" So we know that Karen has told Zach, "Since you think I'm a butt, SL in front of that. I just want you to know that I just don't want you in our baby's life at all." And then Pam said, "You a fool. Because if the man wants to be in the baby's life, you should let him. But I'm not trying to get in your business." But that's exactly what she should do. And she should. So Pam just gives her the 411 with good common sense. Trey is fine and all, but those deliveries ain't gonna pay this uh absorbent amount of money for this rent, honey. And then she says, well, don't worry about that. That's my problem. That's my business. So Mama Lisa come back in the scene, and then Karen asks her, Mama, now when did you talk to Zach? And she says, I talked to him in the parking lot, and you know what I'm saying? Then she say, well, y'all don't really listen to me anyway, but you should. So here comes drunk Danny, embarrassing herself and embarrassing everybody, throwing up a toast when I thought at this moment this was going to be when Karen found out that Danny was the one who told it. But no, she decides she wants to throw up a toast and congratulate Karen on her new salon opening, but in a very, very embarrassing moment. Um, Again, another situation that doesn't flow. It does not flow. Where did she come from? Where did Danny come from in all of this? Child, I can't make this stuff up. So then Danny's there spilling all the beans about Karen, how she's been through in the salon burning down, then gave it a wink eye like she just had the salon burned down for the insurance money, which is where this alleged insurance money comes from. Because remember, she didn't have no insurance. So then, Danny tells her about the baby daddy drama in front of everyone at the salon. And then they're like, okay, we're going to have to sit her down and take this drink from her. Correct. What is she, again, where did she come from? Now we down to Zach and Fatima's house. And down there to Zach and Fatima's house, Fatima asked him what happened. And then he told her that, Karen went ballistic because she doesn't like the fact that he's assuming that it's somebody else's, because she's standing firm into saying that she was only with Zach and Aaron. And then Fatima says, well, that's what she wants. She just wants the baby to be yours. So Fatima jumps crazy and she's like, I know Karen didn't put her hands on you. Like, what you were going to do, Fatima? You were going to have Melon go down there around there and shoot her in the leg with a gold gun? I know she didn't put her hands on. What you were going to do, girl, to that pregnant lady? Over a dude. Child, this whole buffing up Fatima chest is beginning to get on my nerves. Not my favorite character on the show, but bring it down 1,000. Bring it down 1,000. So Zach says he just want to deal with Michael's situation at this point, and he'll deal with Karen later. And Fatima to the rescue yet again, and she says, well, the baby's gonna need counseling after all he's been through. And then he says, what did I do to deserve you, as usual? And she says, you don't know, but we're gonna work through this together, as usual. Now let me just say this, wrap this up. Either give that man Michael or leave him over there in the projects with that hood rat chick. Do something with this doggone storyline. It's another storyline that's dragged out entirely too damn long. And I see it. What if I got see it? I love the fact that they have, we're at in Andy's office where she's got another call from No Cameras to join, letting her know they're going out to dinner. But Fatima is so excited that she's with someone who makes her happy. And so are we, the audience. We want Andy to be happy, and we're tired of her and Gary. That another thing that dragged on entirely too long. However, let me just say this. Okay. It's giving over the top. Happy, yes, but giddy and chi. And then they don't have any chemistry along with that child. I can't make this stuff up. So, Andy tries to talk some sense into Fatima. Now here she is over here saying that Zach didn't cause the scene because, you know, Andy has been called and contacted by that good Danny. Now, this is where Danny needs to get in people's business. She was correct. She told the story exactly how it happened. It was Zach who caused the scene. And then they go back to that whole thing, what they do with Danny. She couldn't have been telling the truth because Fatima jumps in and said he wasn't causing the scene. And she said, well, she could have been drinking. She was drinking and she was smoking, so she couldn't have been telling the truth. No, that's exactly what happened. Now, like I say, I'm feeling Fatima, favorite character on the show. But at the same time, you know your man's got a hot little temper. He showed you that over there on y'all show, Fatima. Remember when y'all had ring tossing situation? Okay? So you know he got a little hot little temper, and so do you, girl. So stop acting like he was all innocent down there to that salon. We just want to know. And then Andy's like, oh, girl, we don't need him getting into a street fight. He already can't get baby Michael because he over there down to the project with the hood rat chick. And for some reason, the judge is not smart in this case, allowing the baby to stay over there with the hood rat chick and not trying to put him in a better home with you all. So Fatima comes to the conclusion that Andy is the only one who could talk some sense into Karen. Well, who's going to talk some sense into Zach? That's what we need to know. But anyway, and like I got other things to worry about. I got to worry about this FBI case making partner and the kid that we already know is Zach. So we're not going to be worried about what went down to the salon, okay? We're going to leave that where it's at. I'm not touching it with a 10-foot pole. Correct. Stay out of it. And that's why your friendship with Karen is strained right now. So before that scene ends, Fatima jumps on to Hayden and she says, I saw him coming out of Joan's office. Joan. Remember I did the girlfriend's reference to Joan's office with some files. And then she was like, I wonder what it is. And she said, I don't know exactly, but I got a feeling. And don't we all? Because he is plotting against Andy. However, we can't say that he may be plotting against Andy because they maybe looking for the same job. It may not be something that's sinister, but we all know it is. But hey, it's still a show, okay? So Crazy Kooky Gary, that's now a DA addict. So just when I say DA, you know what I'm saying? Addict. Put a DR in front of it. So the DA is down there to his office pacing back and forth because he is stalking Jordan now. Yeah, stalking him, trying to make sure he can get something on him in his campaign, child. But now we find out that he's on the baking soda. I got baking soda. When I say baking soda, you know what I'm talking about, okay? So, have we ever known Gary to do the baking soda before? Is it just something new? Like I said, what's going on? Are they throwing something at the wall just to see? Oh, come on now, Tyler Perry. I told you, I got your number, fella. I got your number. I see what you're doing. So Gary is working on a story, some mess where he can get some dirt on Jordan. And, you know, because Jordan is looking like the good guy here. And he slams his computer on the desk, and boy's like, who we don't know, who came out of nowhere, by the way. Like, you know, I can calm you down, but give you some of that baking soda. He's like, no, not right now. This is weird. I'm trying to figure out again, where is this going? You know, like how sometimes you watch a show and you can figure out where something is going. We know that he's trying to get information on Jordan, but why? I mean, you're with his sister. It's giving obsession with Andy, but again, you're with Jordan's sister. So what is your problem with Jordan exactly? Because hopefully even if you break Andy and Jordan up, she won't take your ass back. Child, I can't make this stuff up. So we find out that it's hard for old boy to get any information on good Jordan because Jordan's a good guy, right? And Gary's like, oh, we gonna go see this fella. I guess Gary's like about to shake something out this fella. Shake some, make something shake. Gonna figure out how to get some dirt on the good guy. Baby, we got so much dirt on you. Please tell me this FBI investigation is still underway. What's going on here? Did everything get cleared up because you stole P. Nail's information? We need to know. Put that in there. Where are y'all going with this? Ugh. So, yay! Danny's in therapy. She tells her story. She tells how she chooses the wrong man. And then she talks about her gape situation and put an R in front of her. And, she comes to some headway here. And now, this is progress. When I say progress storylines alone, progress. Danny's in therapy. That's progress. And we love to see it. Moving right along. So in the next scene, we have Sabrina. And Sabrina goes see Rich find success. But here's the deal. Out of nowhere, she just randomly sees a baby, and then she decides to tell him that she's going to freeze her eggs. Go check out my community page where I asked the question, would you continue to date a man who doesn't want kids and you do, and you are already at an advanced maternal age? Because I don't think these women are in their 20s on this show. They're at least in their early to mid 30s, right? So when you're at advanced maternal age, don't do what I did, get with a fool and you think you're going to change his mind. Okay? But then again, I didn't think I was going to change the fool mind. The fool didn't tell me that he didn't want kids until we was already about 3 years into the relationship. And I had already turned 37. But that's neither here nor there. That's my story. Oh, by the way, if you want to hear my story, check out my fertility journey down there further on down in my playlist. I'm pretty sure that people who have advanced maternal age who have gone through this can get something out of it. So this fool is letting her know about, him opening up another juice bar. She's happy and excited for him. And she's letting him know that, yeah, I'm about to do the same thing. I'm trying to, advance at my job, but I got this lady who is kind of in my way. And he's like, yeah, okay, do that. But, as men do, he's wrapped up into what he got going on. Who cares what she got going on? And when she tells him that he's going to freeze his egg, he doesn't give the reaction that she wants. And he just kind of like, oh, okay, do that. And then he's like, walks off and say, yeah, I'm going to holler at you later. Well, Sabrina, just like with Zach, that was not the time. I mean, y'all were down to the juice bar in the open. Y'all weren't like behind the juice bar and in your car. Or you didn't say, can I talk to you privately? Basically, you're out in the open. It's just nobody's in the juice bar, just like nobody's at your bank. So back at the salon where Karen is, Pam is over there in her influencer mode, and then Miss Sharon comes in clearly with a checkbook, okay? So she gives Miss Karen a check, and she tells Karen, what do you see yourself with this going forward? And she said, I don't know, Mama. And she says, well, you better figure something out. Just get the damn test. Then that way we can figure out how to go through this financial situation or financial bind that you have yourself in right now, because you're not getting any support from Zach. Now. Why are we dependent on Zach when we just open a nice, fruitful salon? Are we dependent on Zach to pay for the salon? Only thing Zach is responsible for is the little alleged bond in the oven that may or may not be his. So what are y'all gonna do if it's not sex? How she gonna pay them bills then? Mama Lisa, you did write her a check then, but going forward, like you asked, as if you couldn't continue to pay afterwards, what is she gonna do then? Well, the salon is picking up. Well, if it's picking up, don't worry about the child support. So Trey's back on the scene, hand deliver boxes to anybody else but Karen. I mean, I know how delivery drivers work, okay? I know they work when they get assigned to like a plaza like that, and she's supposed to be in a plaza, I assume. Well, no, she's not in a plaza anymore because the creepy Jason Weaver character, who we never did find out was going on with him and his wife, yeah, gave her a building. So she's not in the construction area anymore. Let's just say this. They often deliver to the same place. They often assign to the same place, but I don't see him doing any kind of work other than just having a crush on a clearly pregnant woman whose baby definitely is not yours, but he asked her out to dinner, and she says yes. Karen, 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 Karen. Girl, even if he don't have the moral integrity not to ask you on a date when Zach has embarrassed you and said that we don't know who your baby dad is, even if he doesn't have that moral integrity, shouldn't you just fall back a little bit on the date? I mean, I'm just saying. I can't make this stuff up, people. So P-Nail goes down to the office to see her man Gary, and she decides she want to feed him. And Gary's not her. He got a lot of work to do. Well, that work entails finding out information on Jordan and mine and Andy's business. Okay? Why you so obsessed with me? I just want to know. So do you see what I see? Gary cannot stand P-Nail. And I'm beginning to see why. Her little needed behind. She's getting on my nerves. Boy, when all this stuff came out about him doing what he was doing and having all these women and her knowing it, why is she still with him? Is it just for the baby? Where's Jasmine? So, is his name Hut or Hyde or Jekyll and Hyde? Whatever the hell the dude just appeared out of nowhere name is. But then again, how can we expect the new characters to have backstories? Hell, the old characters don't have backstories. Hello? So anyway, P-Nail leaves and he just tells Hyde, Hut, or whatever his name is, just throw the food that P-Nail brought him away. Is he acting like the dudes over there over like, the president thinking everybody's trying to poison him? Probably is because, hey, how can you do all the devil men he's done and not trust people won't do something to you? So I see what's happening here. So Jordan is the good guy, I guess, and Gary just can't take it anymore. So I suppose he's gonna pay a P-toot, you know what I mean, to get Jordan in a compromising position. And once you do that, how is that gonna benefit you? Are you trying to be senator? Or are you trying to get back with Andy? Because or do you just want Andy to be alone? Because, again, how is her and Jordan going to benefit you? Even if she does catch him with the P-2, she may not come back to you. Hopefully she won't. But that's what you counting on, ain't it? You know weak ass Andy, so she may just come back to you. Yeah, I see what you're doing. So, for the macaroni and bologna Tony, in the next scene, comes in and Danny is all shaken because she had her session and she was talking to Sabrina before he walked in. He's late, so he's trying to make up for lost time because they were supposed to go out to dinner. And she's, no, I'm not hungry. So she walks out and tells him that she'll see him later, maybe. And he doesn't like that. He just keeps pressuring her. Will I see you? Can I see you? I apologize. Dude, Lighten the up. You encouraged her to go to counseling. Let her process, honey. Let her process. This woman, does he know about the gape? I'm not sure does he know about that or the assault that happened to her. Maybe she does need to open up and let him know so he can get up off her back. Oh, but in future scenes, it appears that she's going to want to start spending more time with him, but he's going to be with the kids. Yeah, we'll see how that all works out. So we're down to the bank, and what do we see? None other than Paige. I was right. Her name is Paige. So Paige is new Karen. Okay. So she's down there. She's all up in files that Sabrina's supposed to be in. Talking about, girl, look here. Let me show you something. Let me just show you right here, girl. It's right here in column 2. I was going over some files, and you didn't do the right adjustment. No, Paige, that's earnings. Oh, I'm so sorry. I apologize. When you have no business going through her stuff. And Sabrina, put your stuff on a lock and key. That's, speaking of that, I got a personal story about that, but not so much a personal story, but it did happen to me. I had a Karen at work, but she was black. And just to get me in trouble, she would always go through my files, mixing stuff around at time when it was time for review and stuff like that right there. So my supervisor, who really liked me a little bit, she told me, start locking your damn drawer. Sabrina, start locking your damn drawer. That's exactly what she told me. And things began to work out differently after that. My stuff wasn't stolen. Pages weren't stolen out the folders that needed to be placed in the folders. So I could feel Sabrina on this. So as Paige is leaving, Maurice calls and he says, what's wrong with you, bitch? And she says, well, I just was tripping with Paige. Me and her just had a back and forth because she's all up in my files. Oh, no. That whole bitch is trying to set you up. And if I was there, I would have handled that alcohol. And he would have. But would Sabrina still have her job? Because remember, you are the reason why she's battling with Paige. You are the reason why you don't have your job. And I believe this is at a different branch. So there's more people coming in. Yay for them. Extras. More money and more money. And I guess you finally did listen to the people and started putting people in the bank because it just wasn't looking right with nobody in there but Maurice and Sabrina every time. And Maurice is a trip. See, these are the moments that I like Maurice. But when he was down to the club, not so much. But he goes on to say, don't let that bitch hustle you out your job. You're going to be bank manager. And that puts a smile on Sabrina's face. Somebody go around there. I know she's supposed to be frumpy. But do we recall an outfit that Sabrina has worn that any of us like? Do her like Giselle. She is the Giselle of the sisters. Always looking a mess from the neck down. Neck up. Okay. Neck down. Not so much. They both tell each other they have news for each other and they go through their I love you too, and then he goes on to tell her, get that finger in the brain, bitch, fired, so I can get my damn job back. And they say goodbye. Ready for the next scene. So back at the airport, I'm assuming at the airport because Dan is in the office with the funny macaroni bologna Tony. And remember, he's some kind of higher up or whatever. And now that she's just a clerk, he said, I guess now she could just go back there anytime she gets ready to. And now that she's one of the executives, however, Mr. Bologna Tony, you did eat her tutu behind her desk, so that wasn't very professional. But we're not gonna remind people of that. Okay, we're gonna move right along. So anyway, she goes in there, she tells him about her intervention with Lucretia, and that she is getting to the point where she needs to start opening up with people. He's good for that because he's like, I know you need somebody to talk to, baby. I am here for you. So just like he did when he was trying to get at her by parking beside her in the parking lot, we're not going to ever forget that because that's why I call him phony macaroni and bologna Tony. He decides that he's going to pressure her in a guilt-like way, very subtle, into letting him have dinner and coming over to her house, even after she says she doesn't want company. Oh, look, babe, I'm here for you. Don't shut me out. When a woman tells you that she wants to be alone, back, fool, give her 50 feet. See that? See what that little sweet talking did? That little manipulation. She gets ready to go. Her mind is made up. Don't let his ass come over. Next thing you know, she turns around and says, well, you come over. Then he gives her the subtle grin. Yeah, I want to be. See, that's how they do. Watch them when they do that to you. If you have your mind made up about something, ladies, don't let them talk you into stuff. Because in that way, they'll never compromise with you and they will always win. And sometimes women want to win. Okay? Now, back at Fatima's house in Zach's, she tells him that Andy doesn't want him to be stressed about the case, but he's down there going through paperwork and trying to make himself look better in the eyes of the judge. However, Zach, like they said, you just went down there around to the salon and acted a fool on camera. So what if somebody was recording you? You know, people good for bringing out phones these days. And that project chick, she probably had somebody down to the bump and curl, waiting just for that moment. She dumb, but she ain't that dumb. She knew how to ask you for that more than $100,000, didn't she? But anyway, he goes on to say, well, you're going to tell me not to stress out and you're stressing me out because you keep reminding me that one of the babies may not be mine. Can we talk about that later? And then she says, sure. How about dinner? Because she always feeds him when he gets in these moods. Every time he gets in a mood like this, it's time to feed him. But she says dinner's almost ready when she was coming from upstairs. She just had got downstairs, so when was she cooking? But that's just neither here nor there. Side note. But anyway, he told in a cute little way, you look, he did. Go on and cook me some dinner. It was cute. But anyway, like I said, Fatima, getting on my nerves just a little bit. Damn it, man. And here we go. We have Andy enjoying that dinner, and he's kissing on her hands like Pepe Le Pew. That's okay. Future references. Let's call him Pepe Le Pew. Let me see if I can remember to call him Pepe Le Pew, because that's how he's acting. Because Pepe Le Pew had a little sugar in his tank too. Oui, mon chéri. Yeah, that's how he's acting. Now come on now. In my opinion, you facelift experts, please tell me, what do you think Andy did to her face? Because again, I'm noticing a hole on the side of her face that wasn't there before. Are y'all seeing that hole that I'm seeing on the side of her face? Like right where you will pull your skin together. And to me, how would a 30-something-year-old get a facelift? So that's why I'm trying to put it all at my head. That's not what happened. But my goodness, she looks so refreshed and different. Just the same, but very different, if that makes sense. So she's letting him know that she's a little unsure about their relationship. And he lets her know, I'm good. I'm clean. I haven't done anything heinous. Like Gary, in other words. And there he goes again, doing the Pepe Le Pew. So they walk out the restaurant, and he grabbing her buns, still not any chemistry flowing, and we look out across the way, and there's stupid Gary out there doing the baking soda and he has a Glock. What you gonna do with that, Gary? And then once they leave, he speeds out behind. What he gonna do with that gun? I guess we'll find out next week on my recap of Sistas. Now, let me just say this right here. This was not a great episode. It was not a horrible episode. But come on, new writers, talking to you. Pick it up, wrap some of this stuff up, and then you can go to, guess what? New storylines. That's how things work in dramedies and comedies. You wrap things up and figure out something else to write about. You don't go back and dig around in your pool of things and just stay on one thing. That's what we told y'all we didn't like about Tyler Perry. And then y'all coming just with a little zhuzh and pick right back up where he left off at. Pick up where he left off at with this story with Karen and move it along. Pick up where he left off at. Excuse me, that might be on the doggone tape. You know, these things are very sensitive. Okay, well, I'm human. And move the story along. That's one story. Knock that one out. Get Maurice a job somewhere. Move that along. Okay? Because we still, in a way, stuck in when he was messing with Q and fooling around with that. Get him in this relationship. As I was saying, get him in this relationship. See where that goes. And move that along. You know, just keep the stories flowing. And then find something else to talk about. Now, Sabrina's story is fresh. And in a way, Dennis is fresh. But, you know, she's still living in the past, hung up on her issue with the gape and then, you know, her issues with Preston. Okay. She can be where she was. Okay? For a little while. But resolve something. Then resolve this thing with, even more important, resolve this thing with the baby. Hood rat chick or Zach. Not that complicated. And then we can get into the romance, back into the romance with Fatima and Zach. Are we going to bring some things from Zatima or not? Are we going to explain the mother's death? Are we going to explain the pregnancy? You can still integrate those stories from that show, seeing as how you have these characters, you have given these characters a spinoff. And then the spinoff has nothing to do with Sistas other than the same characters. You can still integrate some of those stories to make it coagulate, if you will. Now, that's all I have to say about that. Those are my critiques. Come on in. This is Country Conversations with DVD. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I usually get about anywhere from 300 to 400 views on my Fatima, and Zatima and Sistas videos. So if you could just, when you come in my house, press the like button. Let me know you like it. Or let me know you don't like it. Either way, say something, do something. If you're looking and you're viewing, it doesn't hurt to just press. It's not hard. When I started watching content creators, as soon as they said, oh, press the like button, at the time, I didn't even know how important it was. I was just like, cool, because it's so easy to do. Very easy. But anyway, I'm going to close. As I do when I close, I'm going to chunk them up. Deuces. I hope you enjoyed this recap as much as I enjoy bringing it to you. And again, thank you for my Sistas recap views. I'm out.